Okay, everybody. Haven't made a video in a while. Thanks for checking back in. I picked up a slightly used 2022 Indian Chief Dark Horse. Okay. Thunderstroke 116. Nice windscreen and fairing. LED lights all the way around. I added the engine guards. Forward controls. There's the TFT display. It's really nice. Ridden it quite a bit, but I'm going to take it out on its maiden video voyage here. Forward controls that I'm getting used to. But this is one fun bike to ride. On a whim last Thursday, I rode my Kawasaki W800 down to the Indian dealership in Salem, Oregon, and looked around, looked at some of the Scouts and some of the Chiefs, but this one was sitting there. It had 2,800 miles on it, 2022, had the $1,000 aftermarket windscreen and fairing on it, and the salesman told me that the owner of the dealership was riding this bike, and so I kind of took that with a grain of salt, you know, and that's what they always say, right? But then yesterday I was looking through the GPS navigation in the little 4-inch TFT display, and I was going through the addresses, and the home address was for Wilsonville, Oregon, which is a pretty upscale city. South of Portland, kind of toward, you know, a little closer to Salem, where the dealership is. And so I thought, yeah, I'll bet that was his bike, because it was really in mint condition for being a couple of years old. So anyway, I went down there and haggled around with the salesman a little bit, and they actually offered it, I thought, a fair price for the trade-in on the Kawasaki. You know, I already have the BMW F750 GS, so I really didn't see it as practical to own 3 motorcycles. So they offered a decent trade-in value, and I actually got them to raise it $500. And then I had them throw in a wheel chock, so when I can put it in my garage and have the Indians standing up straight in that wheel chock in the garage. So they were throwing that in too. And then I thought the asking price was fairly reasonable. So I went ahead and made the deal. Went back down Friday and picked it up. I've put probably 150 miles on it since. There are the horses. So I thought they gave me a pretty reasonable deal on it. So I went ahead and got it, traded in the Kawasaki. And I thought I might have a little bit of buyer's remorse, just missing the Kawasaki, but I don't. This is such a nice motorcycle. The Kawasaki really had no electronics other than analog brakes, which was nice. And there's something to be said for stripped down, simple motorcycle. So it was nice, and it served its purpose of allowing me to relearn how to ride a motorcycle after almost 50 years. So I'm glad I didn't just jump on something like this or the BMW when I first got back into riding about 4 years ago. I had ridden motorcycles as my sole form of transportation when I was in high school and shortly afterwards. There's the horsies. Good horsies. So yeah, I'm really happy with this purchase. It's got the, better suspension, a lot smoother ride. Of course, the power is unbelievable. The torque, the muscle of this engine. So we'll take it through the twisties a little bit. Yeah, the suspension's good. It has the 4-inch TFT display, which is really cool. And it's got GPS navigation on it. You got cruise control. Automatic turn signal indicator shut off, which I really missed. I've got that on the BMW, but didn't have it on the Kawasaki. And you can play your music through answer your phone or play your music through the TFT connected to your phone. Oh, they paved this. Paved over that bump I always used to try to avoid. So I wanted a bigger, more powerful motorcycle, but I didn't want anything too awfully heavy. I think this is pushing about 700 pounds, so it's 150, 200 pounds heavier than what I was used to riding, but with the low center of gravity. This thing handles like a dream for a big bike. The other thing I didn't mention was the mini 8-hanger handlebars that were on this. They're just about right for my posture. I actually loosened them up, and they were sitting up a little bit higher, and I loosened them up and pulled them back and down just a little bit. So I'm in a real good posture, I think. This little Indian TFT display is touchscreen as well. Team Northwest Equestrian Sports. River. thank you very much for coming along on the ride with me. This was just a quick video to kind of break in the camera on the Indian Chief Dark Horse. I'll be doing a more thorough review on this bike as well as the BMW F750 GS. So please subscribe and look out for those videos. And thank you very much again for watching.